Hello viewers, and today I've got another loadout that you can use in Warzone, and I'm using one of the newest weapons added to Warzone, the KG M40 from the Vanguard series of weapons, obviously. This is a brand new assault rifle, and set up in the right way, it pretty much has zero recoil, even if you're not mounted. Now, this combination of attachments isn't minimum recoil, simply because the recoil is so low you can afford to go for other attachments that might boost long range effectiveness or bullet velocity and things like that, instead of just lowering that recoil even more, because it is so low you really don't need to commit fully to that recoil full auto sustained fire accuracy. But anyway, before I break down those attachments for you and show you the gameplay, it would be amazing if you could consider subscribing to the channel with that bell notification turned on. As I always say, I try and upload videos like this every single day. I try and make them as interesting and as quirky as possible, using plenty of different weapons and with lots of different combinations of attachments that you wouldn't usually see. Very often I can find a hidden gem, and sometimes I'll use a weapon so you don't have to, because it can be downright awful. But anyway, here are the attachments that I am using for this KG M40. Feel free to pause the video at any point. If you're wondering where I get all of this data from, it's from the truegamedata.com website. It's an awesome website that gives you a really nice breakdown of loads of the weapons in terms of every statistic that you could pretty much ask for. But anyway, starting off in the muzzle attachment slot, I'm using that MX silencer for, of course, a boost to vertical and horizontal recoil control and a 10% boost to bullet velocity. In the barrel, there are plenty of barrels for the KG M40, which are essentially the foundation of many sort of setups for this weapon. You could make a sniper support, which I'd love to try, and you can also make a burst weapon, which could potentially be maybe a burst sort of semi-sniper. But anyway, for this, I've gone for the Reisdorf 720mm shrouded barrel, which will provide huge reductions to vertical and horizontal recoil, as well as a 30% boost to bullet velocity. Now, you will notice that the agility and maneuverability as a result of this barrel does take a significant hit, and it almost turns the KG M40 into a little bit of an LMG. But I can assure you that it hits very, very hard, and it's very easy to control. I'm using the lengthened ammunition for another boost to bullet velocity, and I'm actually using a optic for this weapon, which I'm pretty sure is bugged. I have already done a video on this several weeks ago now, actually. There should be a card in the corner of your screen right about now showcasing what I mean by that, but I will explain it now. Essentially, this Slate 2.5 custom scope, as well as providing reductions to vertical and horizontal recoil, is actually bugged. As you may know, it's like an integral hybrid, so there is a 2.5 times zoom with a 1 times red dot on top. But you will notice if you switch, and I think this also applies to the Whitley LMG as well that came out at the same time, if you switch to that Slate custom on top of the scope, it actually maintains the zoom of the main scope. This means that you've got the clarity of a nice thin frame of a Slate reflector, but you've actually got a 2.5 times zoom, and you'll see throughout the gameplay me using the additional zoom and the additional clarity. So I think this is a great option to use for the KG M40, but if you don't fancy using that, then you can also use the 3x6 times. That's also a pretty good optic to use. We do want that sustained fire to be as good as possible to make the most of that low recoil, so I'm using the polymer grip, and the perk I would suggest is the tight grip perk. I'm also using for the stock at the Krausnik 12V, which will further reduce the vertical and horizontal recoil. Again, we take another hit to the overall agility of the weapon, but you can sort of make up for that simply with a decent fast secondary. I'm using the Carver foregrip, which will further reduce, again, the recoil, and we get a little bit of hip fire. And for the final physical attachment, I am using the 8mm Caldera 60 round drum mag. Now, this is sort of the middle ground in terms of the caliber. You can get a 40 round drum, which simply doesn't hit as hard, and you can get I think it's a 50 round of a much larger caliber, but obviously there is going to be some hits to fire rate and recoil and things like that. So the Caldera 60 round drum mag is the great in-between, and it also has the most bullets. But anyway, I'm going to get straight into the gameplay for you now. Sorry if that was a little bit of a longer introduction, but I do like to go through each of the attachments. Anyway, leave a like if you enjoyed the video and subscribe if you'd like to see more. Thank you very much for watching and enjoy the gameplay.
Down to the left, right here. He's in the barn now. He's jumped out the back of the barn. Barn, you know what I mean? Yeah, that's the guy I was shooting. There's another one here. Yeah. Down to the COD Pro. Guy right here. This was the person we were chasing. He's very low. He's right there. I just can't get a hit on him. Guy dropping in on me. Hold on. Oh, he's one shot at the back. Yeah, oh, one shot. I just saw something here. Oh yeah. And the rest are all flying in, it says. He must have just bought everyone. Oh, sniped. I sniped the guy that I marked sniped me. Right, one down. Come on. Oh god! I was in cover then. Oh my god, I should not have won that. Really don't know what he was trying to accomplish then, but oh well. Nice try. Nearly got me, to be honest. That was close. Just gotta get those headshots. Can't believe that didn't get him. It's the extra 50 health, isn't it? He had time to get away. The bounty's coming, I'll try and get him. Oh, he's in the car. So close. Flipping hell.
Nah, I wasn't going down like that.
10 players left. There's a sniper here.
Single shooter.
Damn it! I hate that it did a stupid melee. God damn it.